Hello? Good morning, gamers. Happy Monday. Good morning, Moon Forest, and Kessel, and Carlos, and Becca, and Rock to Jake. Happy Monday. Happy Yowie Day. The day of Yowie. Welcome. Becca, your name is the wrong color still. It's really upsetting. Can we do something about that? Like, it's just, it's like really bright blue to me. Like very deeply bright. And yours was always like a softer blue. You have a blue to you that I recognize as Becca. And it's very stressful to me. Oh, Carlos, no. Oh my god, is it just like cursed to be this bright blue in my stream even though it's correct elsewhere? This is the worst day of my life. I hope you guys can't hear the fan that I have on. But if you can, that's too bad because it's gonna be like 34 degrees today and I'm not turning it off. So this is really a then perish situation for us all. Loomis! Welcome! You made it! Happy Monday! Pass the Yowie! Let me get everything prepared. Do I? Okay, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's lined. It's matched up. I need to get the classical music. Sun Guardian, there's a group. There's a group, and I'm in the group. I don't know. Oh God, hello. I'm that meme. You guys have a group? Perplexed face? Oh god. Welcome, friends. I saw today's stream and I got really excited about it and I wanna perceive. Becca, save me. Hello, group. I want to join the group. I might hop in. Okay. No lo-fi. No lo-fi. We need the classical. Rock to Jake. Oh my god, that alert, that alert went to default, and I hate that, and it isn't allowed. Unacceptable behavior. We need the bunny. Okay, let's, how much of this is left? Holy shit. We had made it, like, right to the end last time. No, we're starting over. We're starting over. We're doing it again. Okay. Volume check, everybody. Volume check, my friends. This is just... I love the energy that this brings. Book club at increasing speed. Okay. How the fuck? How do I, here's what you missed on Glee, a document that's like 480 pages long? They're in a dreamscape. There it is. Okay, anyway, moving forward. We are in the dreamscape and nothing matters. How do you possibly? There's no way. Okay, I was at Toy Box. I was at Toy Box. I don't know which toy box, but I was at Toy Box. How far? No, this is too far. I was in Toy Box, wasn't I? Oh, Jesus. It said Toy Box as like a title, and then I read Let's Go to the Beach Each. And then we went to the beach each, and then we were at the beach each, and then we went, Becca, it's a little like, no, it's a little too, it's fine. You can have a new blue. Daniel, welcome. Oh, Jesus. No, don't go to the beach each. Rach, welcome. It's time. If I can find where we were again. We did this. Bumpus. My favorite boy, Bumpus. Becca, that's it. Always has been. The hands and the Keyblade and the guy and the guy and the Riku going to sleep, but then he wakes up, and then you ever have a dream that you save Aqua, but then you save her, and then she gets blasted into the pit, and then okay. Oh, it's Toy Box, one word. That's why it was Toy Box, one word. Toy Box! Okay. We did it. Toy Box. This music is very loud for me. Okay, wait a second. I need to, like... I don't know how to read. I, got into a rhythm last time, and now I don't know how to read anymore. Okay. They were in a... Okay, here's what you missed on Glee. They're... dreaming. Becca, we do. Do you hear it? I have tea. Is music playing for you? We have to make sure. You hear the music. Okay. You feel the music in your soul, in your heart. Music settling into good background. Quetzal, that might be my fan. Oh, it's raining for you. Never mind. You know what? I can't understand concepts. Second dream timeline. That's it. I'm not explaining it. If you want more details, the VOD's on YouTube, okay? You can watch me read it with increasing desperation on YouTube, okay? We're starting. Thank you, music. We're starting. Alright. Toy Box serves almost entirely as a rehash of the concepts from Dream Drop Distance. Very strange, considering they completely omit it from the intro and fail to mention anything about dreams or other sleeping realm concepts. From the kidnapping and pointed use of possession to the separation yet unbreakable connection of friends between those two worlds, Toy Box covers most everything Dream Drop made a point to introduce. In fact, the entire conflict is based around the fact that their world has been split in two. This is directly what happens in even the way Joshua explains it. Joshua, my precious boy. He made a copy of the world, and he split the world in half. Your friends in one world, us in the other. Only one of the worlds is real, but the other one is convincing, but it's not real. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. To boot, this secondary, really convincing world is what's enabling Buzz to use his laser. Say we haven't taken a small alternate world, that would explain why your laser's real, just like Reality Shift. Look at him go. It's also kind of funny how this dreamlike double world enables really strange things that don't typically happen. Like shooting lasers, or I don't know, breathing underwater. Super weird. Joshua, my precious angel! who is very punchable and deserves to be thrown into a pit, but also to be kissed. Yeah, Becca, the worst thing about the Toy Story world is, like, at the end of it, it isn't, like, resolved. Like, they go through all this shit, and then they're like, well, I guess we're in a fake reality now. And Sora's like, do you want to go back to your own world? And they're like, nah, it's fine. It's like, is it fine? I don't know if it's fine, guys. Like, this is also the world where we see young Master Xehanort, the most noted time traveler of the entire organization. It's his whole shtick, you see. He also debuted in Da-Da-Da as the main antagonist mystery and one of the final bosses. The worst final boss in any game that beat the shit out of me for several hours. His link to the game is not small. During his confrontation, where Buzz is first possessed, Sora gives chase only to have Yumix vanishing with every swing, seemingly teleporting around or warping through time in some way. Super cool. Is a thing, you see? Is there a knock on the door? I don't remember. When we finished the game and I was looking at the credits, I was too busy dissociating over the song that was playing to notice. So did the worlds then... I needed a single wedge to... Oh! To divide someone like you to fill them with distrust and doubt. And that chasm you created can be filled with darkness. And with that chasm... Yeah, he said it again. Sora can't land a single blow on him while he's monologuing, and all our encounters with Yumix before, we never quite saw him do that on such a scale. Wine, we just started reading. It's okay. Welcome, happy Monday, Toy Story. 2 worlds. 2 genders. Okay. No. Transphobic toy box. Okay. Talking and dodging every swipe with no reaction, most notably while not even facing Sora, reeks of a 13-year-old super cool self-insert character, but more importantly, time travel / a repeated encounter. Becca, don't remind me. Don't remind me. Following up on this, when Sora realizes he can't do anything against Yumix, he decides to help his friends instead before getting nabbed by the wrist. Then, blasting Sora into Virum Rex, says a very pointed and unprompted, "Not this time." Almost as if it's happened before. Oh my god. It's strange how Da-Da-Da is the prelude game to K3. I'm sorry to everyone who came in here to watch me do this, and I'm just doing it in the worst way possible, but you're here, so... And yet it seems like they omitted the most vital world-building aspect the game introduced, dream worlds. And they are vital, given that the entirety of Cucks is also a dream retelling of events. Forgot about Cucks. In order to save the dandelions from the aftermath of the Keyblade War. It's weird that Dream Worlds would play such huge roles in the 2 games leading up to K3, only for them to seemingly not be a part of the plot or even mentioned. It's so careful how sparingly the game says the word dream at all, considering this entire world and its blatant reuse of the concepts, almost like it might be on purpose. Wagon Man! Welcome! Happy Monday! Oh, Cucks, my favorite video game that I haven't played. Deja Vu. Okay, I'm calm. Within Kingdom Hearts, there's a general rule of thumb that even though the mind may not remember, the heart never forgets. This was established pretty early as a concept with Chain of Memories. Imagine, with a name like that. The things are still there, so the memory of our promise is in there, and it's in there, don't worry. This specific example is even further proven by being one of the memories Sora can choose from during his dive to the heart, something he otherwise can't actively recall, but it remains within him. Will Pinky promise? I love T-posing Sora, passing away. There's a fan dub for Cox? That's so powerful. I would love to. We could stream the fan dub of Cucks on the channel. But at a time, it's fine. Movie day. Movie night. How long is it? Question mark. I love having Kingdom Hearts fans in the chat. It makes me feel smart and powerful. 16 hours, Wine? Don't even say that to me. Don't even say that. Don't even joke about that to me. There's 2 parts. We'll figure it out together. 2 to 3 hours each. Perfect. Literally perfect. Literally flawless. That's 2 streams worth. For me. Expert Sock Throw. Welcome. Happy Monday. This is also kind of the idea behind some of the effects of time travel. If traveling through and into the future, your experiences and memories don't come back with you once you return to the past. You continue to live your life, but with an underlying subliminal need or sense to follow whatever brings you to the future you've experienced, as it has been etched into your heart. It's fine. You can distract me as much as you want. It saves me, actually. It saves me from my voice exiting my body. Quetzal? Are you listening to me read Kingdom Hearts meta out loud in a coffee shop? I'm going to kick you into a pit. I can't believe you've done this. Time travel. Anyway, we're reading. He knows the future as he's lived it. Return to his own time. My appointed path is now etched in my heart, which will lead me to seek the outside world. Regardless of the means, time travel, memory erasure, etc., having experienced something guarantees that the memory still remains somewhere, deep within your heart. We see what seems like evidence of this throughout the game, like a lot. A notable amount of verbalized forgetting of details, characters reacting to something before it happens, or aren't present for, or unwarranted familiarity with a given situation. In most instances, characters even provide an easy-to-swallow explanation for it, seeming to deliberately hand-wave the issue so you don't take much notice. The game begins with a cutscene from the end of point 2. This functions as a means to refresh players of what Sora needs to do, but they have a very interesting conversation where Goofy brings up the very important phrase, "May your heart be your guiding key," something they've never heard yet, but Goofy insists he had. He was like, "Rah, rah," and then I just thought I was stupid. I was like, I don't remember, because I'm dumb. You know? Music, relax. Even with the implication that the timeline restart happens at the end of 2.9, we're still including this scene and how pointedly odd it is. I feel like it's been a long time. It's Roxas, because he's sad, but it's not. In Jiminy's journal, it says Hayner, Pence, and Alette are still on their summer vacation, so it really hasn't been that long at all. Thank God they changed clothes. You look familiar. You're, unforgettable. Sora's mentioning of this line is interesting, as a direct reference to Didida. Okay, in the country of Musketeers, Sora runs into Mickey, Donald, and Goofy and has little difficulty dealing with meeting his friends who don't know or remember him. Regardless, he keeps the experience and phrase close to his heart, which makes it stand out as he says it to himself, like a reassurance. Oh, the creatures! Red, ha 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 ha! Happy Monday. Welcome. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see the demon... The demons of the creature. Negative emotions. Unversed. We went through Babus and confirmed Donald and Goofy never leave Yensid's tower. They never see the Unversed for themselves. Goofy goes from feeling like he's seen them before to confirming only Mickey ever fought and told them about them. You can say it's just a continuity issue, but Babus and Didida were planned at the same time to lead into KH3, and the series has stayed remarkably consistent with itself post-2010, and all of that doesn't explain why Goofy would contradict himself in his very next sentence. And I didn't go to Winnie the Pooh Land, which I now regret deeply. I'm so sorry, my boys. I'm so sorry. I don't remember anything oddish, but perhaps I've forgotten. Would anyone else care to remember why we're here? I was so worried that I might have forgotten you away. No! I just didn't go, Wine. I was, like, so focused on putting Meow Wow on my spaceship and, like, buying a dog for my spaceship And, you know, Pooh being forgetful isn't anything new, but for what little time we spend here, coupled with everyone else struggling to remember what they were even there for, it stands out. I get the feeling you're someone to trust. Wow, friends. Did he say that? Did he say that? Yeah, no, he has to tell Riku. Shut up. Let him tell Riku, okay? Trying to battle the time magic and the... Aw, kitty! I'm sorry I'm not reading the pictures. Like... Kitty! You've wandered here more than once before. More than once, despite the fact we only visited here during the first dive. Promotional material, my favorite. I love when people just dig into shit. Let me in. Early advertising for the game led trailers with this quote. Don't assume your dreams are just fantasy. If you can imagine a world, believe in it and dive in. Well, that's just... There it is. I mean, there it is. Like, there it is. Like, I don't... Like, there it is. Like... Before it just disappeared from promotional material entirely. Later, official sources started to use a simple but unrelated specific hashtag in Japanese, translated to only dream or there is only a dream. The first time it was used was the 6 days to go countdown. The fuck? It was then used moving forward in all promotional tweets, including release day. PlayStation Japan was also using the tag. The last time they used this was the secret movie announcement tweet. The Heffalump. Lumpy. Okay, it's just like, there it is. We could just stop reading. It's over. There it is. Take this as you will, as it seems a bit goofy, okay? But we can't deny that it lines up with everything else. Do consider, though, it's really funny to have to literally point out the elephant in the room anyway. Yeah, I lost, Becca. You don't need to rub it in, okay? I lost. I fucked it. It's over. The stream's canceled, accounts canceled, deleting it. Lumpy the Heffalump is met with little fanfare and a straightforward introduction. So far as words are concerned, the 100 Acre Wood is a simple little world with one minigame slightly remixed a couple times. For something so small, it's odd that it took time at all to add Lumpy, even at the expense of other staple cast members like Eeyore, Kanga, or Owl. Another interesting thing about Lumpy as a character, totally unacknowledged by any piece of Winnie the Pooh media for 10 years until KH3, so why is he here? Up until his own movie, Heffalumps didn't actually exist. They were more like spooks in the night, nightmares or boogeymen. The sole appearance of Heffalumps in the books is imagined as Pooh tries to put himself to sleep. So to put it simply, Heffalumps only appear in dreams. The world itself seems to be used primarily as a story beat pointing out Sora's fear, his weakening connection with his friends, so it stands to reason that a purposefully placed side character that hasn't been in anything since 2008 in such a small world with some pointed theming could be very important. Levy the Humpalump, okay? Vital Dream. I love Heffalumps. What a name. Okay, I'm taking a sip. Okay. Sleeping keyholes are introduced in Dididida. Used both as a means of entering the sleeping realm as well as awaken a sleeping world from its slumber, starkly different from world keyholes. Every sleeping keyhole uses the same grand motifs and overall look. When unlocked, the large circular section of the background behind it disappears with an effect reminiscent of shattering glass, revealing intricate designs and symbols underneath. They're so unique, and towards the end, KH3 is riddled with them. The keyholes in Didida, the former form when they first fight Ursula and first enter the fake dream worlds, the second in Traverse Town, and the third near the end when Riku unlocks Sora's heart. I'm looking at them. I'm seeing them. I'm perceiving them. They're very pretty. The keyhole Sora opens in the final world to save his friends in the sleeping worlds that's one. The keyhole the rest of the cast used to enter Skialakalum. The keyhole Sora opens when he knows how to save Kairi. That one's kind of fucked up. Ketzel, thank you. Carlos, it's over. It's over. There's something we'd like to clarify really quickly in regards to updates with Cucks over the past year and what it means for the sleeping realm. Data and dreams are not mutually exclusive. There seems to be an idea that because Cucks is happening within data that the involvement of dreams is now a moot point or was incorrectly understood. We simply bring this up as it seems really pertinent moving forward within the series, and as an explanation for those who thought our understanding of world lines turned out to be bunk. So as we explained at the very beginning, Cooks and Cucks is a world line hop, which is described as going to a place made of dreams, a timeline without defeat. Data is involved in this specific jump by means of data recreations of the worlds you travel to. Originally, the foretellers projected the worlds we visited from the Book of Prophecies, and without the foretellers around, they needed a replacement. Wow, not having played these? Oh god. Hence, data recreations. The Union leaders are now entirely aware of this aspect. Their understanding is that there is a real Daybreak Town at the center. The center then seamlessly bleeds into a data version of Daybreak Town, which allows travel to other worlds. This is all well and good until it turns out, much to their surprise, that everything is data. They thought they were in real Daybreak, but it seems we're in the data world. No, the little guys. This is presented as if they've been tricked, something they were entirely unaware of, set up by someone else's meddling. What this means is we thought we'd gone back when we actually hadn't. I'm convinced someone set this whole thing up. The leap we took to avoid the war only served to land us in a cage. The last one is a particularly concise summary. They went through the process of world line hopping only to pop out in the wrong place, in a trap. The point is, the description for how/what goes into world line hopping, as described by Ava and Mom, is still unaffected. The unchanged state being presented as from within the dream, that it would be like a dream until meeting the point of defeat and overwriting it all remains true. This aside, this doesn't even mean we haven't been shown elsewhere that data and dreams can coexist. Like we said, they aren't mutually exclusive and have actually almost always been presented as interwoven and closely linked. Within Dizida, when we're first introduced to the concept of dream worlds, we travel to the grid. The grid is undeniably data and explain to us the original of what Ansem the Wise. It's the original of what Ansem the Wise copied to his own use based paranoids. I can read. I promise in this reading stream that I read. His master Ansem found an old system and made a copy of its master control program. This is the original data of the system. Yamix doubles up on this, claiming this isn't even in the realm of sleep, as data does not dream. You think this is the realm of dreams? Data does not dream, it cannot dream. But despite what Yamix says, sleeping keyholes are still found here and counted among the keyholes necessary to pass the test and gain the power of waking. Yeah, it's pretty apparent. And in accordance with their plan, plunging Sora even deeper into sleep. This is just Inception. And Inception is a movie that I have seen like 25 times, and I understand implicitly. So this shouldn't be difficult for me to understand. If I can understand Inception, I can understand Kingdom Hearts 3. Nomura, I'm studying you. I'm putting you in a test tube, and I'm studying you. Later, after said plan induces this deep sleep, Riku runs into a data recreation of Ansem the Wise within Sora's own heart. This version of himself was stored within Sora during his year of sleep to protect data he thought would be useful in helping return those who are lost. Furthermore, during this year of sleep, fixing and reconnecting the chain of Sora's memories is shown using computers and data. Sora is asleep, all while Roxas lives his new life within a data Twilight Town. As a final point within Recoded, Data Sora's Keyblade is broken by Maleficent, as she comments on how it's a fake. Data Sora later forges a Keyblade to save Donald and Goofy, proving he has a heart of his very own. Because it comes from the strength of heart. The heart is much more than any system, because it's Ansem the Wise said it. Which is a replica. She's so mean. She's so mean. She destroyed it. You become more than the system, Sora. You're a real boy. The series proves time and time again that any form of life is entirely valid, that your memories and experiences are what make you you. Anything that can have its own heart and life, data, entire worlds, nobodies, or otherwise. And having a heart, of course, means you can dream of Electric Tama Sheep. Yeah. Oh, to speak in Morse code. Oh no! Oh no. I don't want to read this part. I don't want to read this part. It's gonna make me really upset. It's gonna make me really upset and I don't want to read it, actually. This does say heart in Morse code? Well, fuck yeah. I didn't know that Tarzan had that kind of swag to him. I didn't know that he could do that, and I really respect that for him. Can you imagine if Tarzan spoke in Morse code? It's up here. It's binary. It's the same thing. You know what? It's the same picture. Becca, don't at me. So if I want to imagine Tarzan beeping, what are you going to do? You going to fight me? I can't believe that I've been so embarrassed on stream. As someone who isn't binary, I don't recognize binary as a form of communication. So, gender. Anyway. Okay. I'm gonna keep reading. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm spraying you. Rebecca, I'm spraying you. Now, I know this is going to sound like the most bonkers claim we've made thus far. It's not. But Cthulhu has some of the most thematic world cohesion out of any game in the series. Every single world follows a recurrent theme: to protect somebody precious. The Ultimania even clarifies this, with each world we visit containing clues to regaining the power of waking. It was also a bit naive. Sora's special trait is that he's always optimistic within the places he visits. A clue to regaining his powers, to protect a precious person with all your heart, is found. Fuck you. Fuck you. How dare you say this to me? How dare you say this to me? Wait. The theme is then generally explored in one of two ways: choosing between what's expected of / for you versus what you truly want, the difficulties, grief, and ultimately the necessity of separation. In essence, true love and separation. So yes, the Disney worlds are actually important, and you have Sora's heart to thank for that. Thank you. For the first time outside of Zakux, we're introduced to the phrase, "May your heart be your guiding key," and a powerful phrase it is. While it might seem like this is just a general tie-in to another aspect of the franchise, it seems to be frequently missed that with this phrase, Sora's heart is literally guiding him to every world we visit, and it's doing so with purpose. It's been at it since the very beginning, from Olympus, Heart Gate, down to the very end, Destiny Islands, Heart Gate. And in this case, Sora is faced with no other known options. He takes a shot in the dark, and his heart leads him right to where he needs to go, as if his heart knows something he doesn't. Even upon arrival, he questions why he was led there, not knowing why himself. And this isn't the first time, seeing as the gang questions it directly while in Corona. "Why the fuck are we here?" says Donald Duck. "Got me." "We can sweat about it later, don't worry about it." As Sora says, they were brought here, and by some kind of decision / power they aren't privy to, aka Sora's heart, his guiding key, the key that is guiding him with his heart, Sora's heart, the poison for Sora, Sora's poison. The point here is the worlds serve an actual in-game narrative purpose, and the lessons learned there are the key to Sora regaining his power. True love! I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna start sweating. True love, romantic, familial, platonic, whatever you want, and the power gained through it sacrifice in the name of love and revival. These worlds focus on stories that often have a character first chasing what they think they want until they find what they truly want in the end, often presented with a choice between their newly understood love and a world without it. What these worlds also do is serve to lay the groundwork for the mechanics of true love sacrifice. To sacrifice yourself without hesitation, wanting nothing else but to protect someone you care about. Thank you for the sip, cats. I need it. Constantly. Save me. Olympus. This world's theme is very literal in that strength is drawn from love for others, specifically for Herc, his strength and it coming from his desire to protect Meg. Sora comes to Olympus looking for a way to regain his lost strength, recalling Hercules going through the same issue in K2. Wine, we haven't made that joke, and now it's been made, and I'm different for it, so congratulations. Like, congrats on changing me fundamentally as a human being. Hercules got his strength back by throwing himself into danger for the sake of the person he loves. He wanted nothing else to protect Meg with his whole heart, regardless of the risk. A crazy stunt, as Sora called it. No more crazy stunts. No reckless stunts. Fuck you. Nomura? Nomura? I need a little picture of Nomura in a gacha ball, and I'm shaking it around, and he's rattling around in there, and I'm shaking him. And I'm rattling him around. So while we don't actually see Hercules sacrifice himself in this world, it's explicitly talked about and called back on. It's the entire reason Sora came here in the first place. While looking for a way to find his strength, Sora helps Hercules thwart Hades and save Hercules' family, an important love in its own right. But when asked why he doesn't stay on Olympus, Mountain of the Gods, Hercules makes his choice clear. He can see his family anytime he wants, and if he stayed, he has to be apart from the person he loves the most, and that would make him very sad. Her hair has a very interesting shape that I enjoy. Though we don't get much of it within Kingdom Hearts, Olympus usually serving less as a means for narrative and more as a catalyst for the Colosseum, we do get a kind of follow-through on the movie plot. In the movie, Hercules is chasing his dream to live on Mount Olympus to live with the rest of his family where he believes he belongs. This is his main driving goal, but along the way he finds his love with Meg, finding by the end that what he thought he wanted isn't what he truly wanted after all. And then Koona, where the eels live. I hope they mention the eels, and the pocket that I had that was full of approximately 30 eels, because of this world. Sora and Rapunzel share a lot of common ground, from their fun, cheery personality, ability to make friends with most anyone, wild hair, and a curiosity about the world around them that they get along great. And with this, Sora personally relates with Rapunzel and her anxieties about her first time out in the world. He was in her shoes once. Wine? They're my eels. Like I just told you. I was very plain with it that they're my eels, okay? You shouldn't have to ask me that. It's my eels. He was excited about going to New Worlds, but he was scared. He gets it and makes sure to help her have the most fun she can to chase down her dreams. Along the way, her current dream, the lanterns, she gains a new one, as does Eugene. You get to find a new dream. Sometimes what you think was your dream or desire doesn't pan out, but as you grow and learn and change, a new one takes its place. Oh, Sun Guardian. Oh no. Oh no. Bear? Wow! Thank you for the resub! 7 months! Welcome! Happy Monday! Welcome back to Yaoi Book Club. It's been one of those weeks past the Yaoi, everybody. But sometimes outside forces intervene, like your mom, with a Green Lantern. Despite outside interference and manipulation from Mother Gothel to hide Rapunzel's past and keep her locked up for herself, Rapunzel and Eugene's willingness to give everything up for each other without a second hesitation wins out. Because she dies. Literally dying for Rapunzel to keep her freedom in an act of true love and care for another person, Rapunzel's Tears and Healing song, that literally talks about reversing time, revive him. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Make the clock reverse. Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here anymore. But I'm here. In the end, her willingness to sacrifice her freedom to save Eugene and Eugene's own self-sacrifice to set Rapunzel free saved them both. Acts of true love and with its power of resurrection. Frozen the movie. This world is packed with pointed narratives and parallels we don't even have to personally point out, though we will, because Sora does that himself several times. Sora very quickly takes interest in Elsa's well-being, recognizes something familiar in her behavior. He becomes very personally alarmed and worried as what she says hits close to home. She can't go back. I don't want to hurt anyone. What? Arendel's safer with me staying up here. Not safer for you. In an all too similar conversation to ones he's had with Riku at the end of K2, his personal projection takes hold and he pursues her, determined to know why she insists on doing this. Only for her to literally wall him out. Sora's investment from here on out is pretty personal. He wants to know why she's so sad, and when he meets up with Anna, he finally comes to realize his answer. I have to bring her home. I'm sure she knows how much you love her. Sad. I think that's why she looks so sad. Just like when Riku disappeared, he thought he had to push me away to protect me. Maybe Elsa's the same. Yeah, that one's just in there, huh? That one's just in there. Elsa chooses to run away, isolate herself, and push away the one who mattered most to her in fear of hurting Anna more than she already had. Sora has a personal connection with Anna and her position to try to save Elsa. Her determination and refusal to go home without Elsa is pretty one-to-one with what Sora struggled with trying to bring Riku home not that long ago. Riku. In the original Japanese script, Sora is very much included in this comparison, and the use of the same word here, treasured, cherished, important person, is both used in regards to and then accurately translated into English as love when referring to Elsa and Anna. The second time Sora says it, referring to himself and Riku, it's left out of the translation. You cherish her. It's when Riku just swore, because he cherishes me. Oh. It's important to note that there's no subject in Japanese. Sora often speaks this way even more so than the average speaking person. Sora simply says, surely because cherished precious person, but it's through the context of the second sentence leading to mean Riku cherishing him. Cool. Cool. Konnichiwa. I want to die. In another example of thinking you know what you want only to find out what you truly want, we have Anna and her true love, Hans. I want you to know that as a Canadian person, saying Anna instead of Anna is very weird to me. And it's hurting me a little bit. But I'm doing the best I can. So I hope that you respect me in this troubling time. The movie makes a point of this being a naive and rushed decision. It's even the catalyst of her fight with Elsa that sends her running, but like the rest of the worlds, Anna finds the love she truly desires, the love of family. Wine, it's a fun language to learn. Like, I genuinely recommend. It's very fun. I took it in high school, and it's a blast. Konnichiwa. Not only that, she grows and comes to understand her relationship with Kristoff, a real relationship developed over time and built on trust and friendship. I haven't learned about Aitsu. I don't know about the Japanese in the games? You think I know? You think I know about you guys are so powerful and strong. Oh god, you guys are so powerful and strong. Am I gonna learn about it? Loomis, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that the community is here to throw me into the pit. It's implied this newfound romance is her true love, romantically speaking, as he comes to save her. But in her own act of true love, Anna dedicates her final moments to save her sister's life instead of her own. Another demonstration of self-sacrifice for the person you love, which in turn had the power to revive. Oh no! Guess well, thank you for the sip. Sora and Riku's parallels continue. The visual alone in Anna's stance and Elsa crying on the ground is pretty straightforward foreshadowing of Riku's sacrifice in the Kage. Just as Anna did with Hans, Riku takes his stand against the oncoming demon tide, his one last act of true love for his best friend and his unwavering belief that Sora won't give up. It also reinforces the idea that all forms of love can be considered true love. With Hercules, Eugene, and Anna, the strength to protect the one you cherish is a vital theme and a lesson one Sora's heart's actively trying to teach him, one that allowed them all to overcome the impossible, death. Becca, you are you again. Wine, this is the mood. We're in hell. Did we think in the year of our Lord, 2024, that me replaying all of the Kingdom Hearts games would lead us back into this hell that we haven't been in since we were all, like, collectively 13? Did we know? No. But the best things in life are a surprise. You never know. I didn't know. I was like, yeah, I'll be like, great. Nostalgia. A fun little... and here I am. In the pits of despair. Oh, separation. The lesson of accepting separation for the good of each other or for yourself, particularly B6, the parallels especially relevant. Sacrifice for the greater good or for what's right at the expense of staying with a loved one. We went in depth into Toy Box in an above section, so this will be brief. Kind of loosely applies to both parallels, literally split into 2 parallel worlds, accepting being apart from Andy because he remains within their hearts, and choosing to be alright with this because they can still see Sora. Toy Box is weird. You can definitely tell they shoehorned this parallel into a world it didn't make sense for. That begs the question of just how important these parallels were that they had to be there. If we go to the real, we'll never see you again. Guys, you just met him. Like, Andy, this is just a story about when you're a kid and you move for the first time and your toys disappear and it literally feels like they got sucked into an alternate dimension because you have no explanation as to how they're gone. This is literally just that. Like, look at Buzz, I hate him. Why is he... Oh, this is the shot where Woody's really big and I don't like it. Monstropolis. Protecting Boo and needing to send her back where she belongs to be safe, separation for the well-being and good of each other. It's not a permanent separation, and compared to the rest of the world, it's not the most emotionally charged level. Overall, Monstropolis is pretty focused on Vanitas and Ventus more than it does in-world plot, but there's other smaller things in the level to bring attention to. Kitty! She points. Every time your party gets stuck in the world with seemingly no exit, trapped at a dead end, Boo either points to the solution or is the solution. The most poignant example is her power of laughter being necessary to short-circuit a control unit, allowing you to escape the factory, which by then has become so hostile with Unverse you're left with no choice. Make the silly face! Make the silly face! Look at her. Hold. Gently hold. Throughout the whole level, Boo is both a key to escape and the reason they're fleeing to begin with. Throughout the whole level, you're trying to protect her and her power. Raising her laugh power meter is a featured mechanic of the level, with the end goal of sending her back to a place, another world, where she'd truly be safe. Boo's from another world, and we gotta send her back to keep her safe. No! Pirates of the Caribbean, the crabs! Find crabs! 500 crabs! Probably the most pointed of all the worlds, the events that happen here are a very close following of what we understand the story to be. For starters, Sora starts out in Davy Jones' locker, a physical afterlife-like place that you can actually travel to. Beyond the grave, and pointedly, everyone came to bring Jack Sparrow back. To wrest him from his fate. With the idea of Sora dealing with feelings of grief, letting go, separation, and difficult choices like all those worlds seem to be leading him towards, Potka adds an interestingly pointed original element, Surrogate Crab Jack. I can't talk about Surrogate Crab Jack. No! Surrogate Crab Jack, save me. Save me, Surrogate Crab Jack. Like, after a battle with some flying Heartless, Sora gets left behind. Donald and Goofy go with him, of course, but Sora's understandably feeling abandoned. So in comes Surrogate Crab Jack to help him get back on his feet. There he is! I love the little guys! Look at them! This Jack was sent by Calypso, goddess of the sea, who asks Sora to free her. While this never comes to fruition, she gets released afterward. She still helps Sora, providing him guidance and even an entire ship. Surrogate Crab Jack, I have to say the full name, was sent to help guide Sora, which is often used in storytelling as a means to help somebody move on or cope. There comes a time when they can't guide you anymore, and you have to learn to stand on your own. This means run a course. Can I the surrogate of the god? Can you show him exploding into crabs? Considering everything, it's also know that it's the goddess of the sea. You know, like Kyrie. Oh no. It also makes a point that even if made of crabs, magic and ocean water, that he shouldn't be taken any less seriously or sincere than the real thing. Jack is Jack after all. A smaller thematic aside is Jack Sparrow's compass. No, show me the crabs again! His compass doesn't function like any regular compass. It points him towards whatever he wants most at the time. For example, with the case of finding the Black Pearl, it comes in particularly handy. This time, however, Jack doesn't really know what he wants, and so the needle just spins aimless, like his heart. And just like Jack, Sora doesn't know what his heart wants either. He has lots to learn love. Oh god, HD Sora, save me. It's important Sora admits this, and telling that they had him say it. Sora is at best 15, with kind of a lot in his plate and little to no time to really contemplate his feelings. This combined with a well-known feelings stuffer, being a well-known feelings stuffer, he pushes his emotions aside in favor of staying strong for others. So while he knows well how to love his friends and to share his heart, he doesn't know what it is he actually wants. Not yet, anyway. We are crabs. That's the thing. If you think about it, we're crabs in a trench coat with pockets full of eels. Hammering home the overarching parallels with a sledgehammer, we have Will and Elizabeth's separation. Done to save his life, Will was forced to stab the heart of Davy Jones, which in turn made him the new captain of the Flying Dutchman. This grants him life, though resigns him to a fate to remain separated from the one he loves. A textbook example of star-crossed lovers, crossing paths but destined to part. Understandably, Sora laments on the lack of time with those you care about. Yeah, it only takes one to get with your mates. Come on, bud. We round it all off with the closing emphasis on the fact that no matter how short the time you spend with those you care about, it's what you make of it. Sometimes, in the face of a cruel fate, it has to be enough, but that doesn't make it any less meaningful. Sipping. San Francisco! Dealing with grief and separation, explicitly the separation of death and how no one is truly gone from your life if you keep them in your heart. This has gone over twice with both Tadashi and the original Baymax. At the point Sora comes into San Francisco, Hiro's already somewhat dealt with his grief over Tadashi's death, and Sora empathizes. There was a fire and now he's gone. He just, left the country. And this would be enough on its own as a lesson for Sora to learning to deal with grief and separation, that he could keep his loved ones in his heart, and sometimes that's enough. Except Tadashi is the secondary focus of this world. The primary focus is Hiro's grief over the original Baymax, that he's forced to confront again when Riku Nort brings him back as an evil shell of his former self with his damaged battle chip. Yeah, it's weird how the worlds just do that. It's almost like it's on purpose, but god, that would be stupid. To do that, right? Oh, Riku, but not Wiku. Now, if you forgot the entire plot of B6, like we did somehow, for a month, even while writing this, let's give a brief rundown of what exactly happened to the original Baymax. When traveling with Hiro to an alternate dimension to save... Sorry. What? I have no memory of this. What do you mean? An alternate dimension? To save Callahan's daughter Abigail, Baymax is struck and damaged, leaving them in a hopeless situation with no way out. In a last-ditch effort with no other option, Baymax sacrifices himself, using his armor's rocket fist to propel Hiro and Abigail back through the portal, saving their lives at the expense of his own. He convinces Hiro to accept this by saying he will always be with him, in KH terms, in his heart. But that's not the only thing. At the end of the movie, Hiro finds Baymax's healthcare chip clenched in the armor fist, what has already been described as the equivalent of Baymax's heart. In a heartfelt way and happy ending, Hiro reconstructs an entirely new Baymax body and they're able to continue their lives. In hindsight, it's a little on the nose. Even more suspicious is the only time Baymax's sacrifice is mentioned, it's Hiro vaguely saying he vanished into another dimension. Why hint at the climax of the movie so obscurely, especially after all the worlds which were explicit movie recreations? The first Baymax vanished into another... I don't think that's true, my boy. If the chip's back, then it's boy. But now we're left with the game original plot of the world, where the original Baymax is brought back but controlled by dark cubes. Hiro's conflict shows he very much considers the first and second Baymax two different beings, despite how similar they are. They're not the same. Rikunor even states, though he went through all this to create a complete heart from the damaged battle chip, that the original Baymax's heart is still lost. They put bugs in him! What?! Speaking of, we've seen this exact phrase before, complete with a 15-year-old possessed Riku and everything. You lost your heart and you won't wake up. Directly paralleling the original Baymax with Kairi. The story of the world then becomes Hiro having to accept the loss of the original Baymax, again, reiterating and reinforcing that separation is okay and even necessary. This time, despite the protests of his team and Sora, Hiro chooses to destroy what's left of the original Baymax, chooses the separation himself because this Baymax has lost his heart and this is not what either Baymax or Tadashi would have wanted. Destroy the trip. No, it's the right thing to do, but it's not. But Tadashi would have done it. No, isn't that Baymax's heart, though? In the end, from the leftover body he built was essentially a third Baymax. 2 Baymaxes! My friends! Okay, 100 Acre Wood, we didn't go here, I'm sorry. I'm once again apologizing. This short and optional world has 2 very good points. 1, the Heffalump. 2, growing up and apart from your friends, and Sora's fear of losing them. Friends in a general sense, sure, he says as much to Merlin, but upon closer inspection, a very specific friend. These book covers sure are sadly familiar. I'm gonna kill myself. That's so sad. Girl, help. She's Winnie the Pooh. Girl, help! Girl, help! No, that's so sad, Winnie the Pooh! This is sad, but why is he all alone? Oh, God. Girl, help. Leary, Olive, hello, welcome, happy Monday. We're suffering at a speed and a rate that you can't even begin to comprehend. Save me. Wine, do you think I would have noticed this? Do you think it would have mattered if I went to the Winnie the Pooh world? Do you think I would have seen the cover of Winnie the Pooh and been like, oh my god, it's just like the final scene? No, I'm too stupid. It doesn't matter. It's not just one simple visual parallel this world has to offer. Pooh greets Sora's arrival with, "You're home." Not to be written off as simply awkward dialogue, it's the same in both scripts. Sora himself denotes Pooh's greeting as confusing. Good to see you? Question mark? Only to be clarified a bit later with Pooh's worry over Sora's weakened connection and disappearance from his heart. Oh, I'm summoning all the Soriku people. Rise! Rise! Pass the yaoi, everyone! Pass it around! You used to be right here. Why is it that you went away? This would have made me so sad. Why is Winnie the Pooh sad? This is so sad. No! Oh, that's what you meant by your home. But Pooh's noted and questioned use of your home is another parallel, but the only other person who said it. Not to say Sora himself hasn't also said it in direct reference. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Sora admits to himself that the connection has weakened, but even though he's confused and a little worried, Sora insists it's fine, reconciling with Pooh that they'll always be together, always connected. Except he can feel that their connection's weaker. What matters is I'll be here from now on. After leaving, though visibly upset and worried about his weakening connections and that he doesn't understand why, Merlin offers some friendly advice. Whatever's lost can be found again. There are always new paths between hearts for us to discover and traverse. Thanks, Merlin, for that pointed and important lesson. Whatever is lost can be found again. At the end of the day, all the worlds put together have one other consistent theme. Sora himself is unable to stop these unfortunate events from happening. He's left helpless each time in the face of these larger conflicts outside himself. He sees his friends going through trouble, and it isn't he himself doing the direct saving for once. Larxene makes a point to tell him to leave Elsa alone to figure it out for herself, and in the end, he didn't influence what path she took whatsoever. He's either safe by an outside force, or his own outside force isn't solving the problem. Time for me to take a sip again. Oh no. Oh, girl help. Oh, girl help. Why? No. No. Megan, thank you for the sips. Oh, Loomis, thank you for the sip. Sips all around. Oh, another Japanese translation section. Here we fucking go, baby. Japanese, save me. Alright, we're done with the Disney Worlds. Okay, we get to saving Aqua and Ventus. Sora's quest to regain the power of waking ends here in this section. This section also shows us how the power of waking ties in with the strength to protect. Ventus has consistently throughout the game managed to force his consciousness through Sora every time the prospect of saving Aqua comes up, literally waking from sleep. And when Aqua's in danger right in front of him, when he actually can do something to protect her, the thought gives his sleeping heart enough strength to break through to Sora. This is what allows him to guide Sora through awakening his heart. What should I do? Use the power of waking, but I haven't gotten that power back yet. You didn't lose it, it's sleeping. It will wake up for the sake of someone else. For the sake of someone else. With all my heart. Cool. No, yeah, cool. No, fuck you. I hate you. Sora regains the ability to use the power of waking by realizing, specifically, it's summoned by wanting to protect someone with all his heart. With this, a callback to what Kurt said. I almost said Kurt. That's not the same person. Sora starts being able to use the power of waking on command. Again and again, it all goes back to that Herc parallel. In the first world, right before Riku's first cutscene, they'd already introduced us the secret power of waking. And it falls in line with what we know from Dedede, how easy it was for Riku to use the power of waking from the start, how intuitively he managed to dive into Sora's heart at the very end of the game. If it's connected to the strength to protect, of course he'd be adept at it. So it makes sense then that in the KH3 we play, the first time we see Sora use the power of waking is to save Riku. I'm going to kill myself. That's all I'm going to say. I hated this moment. I hate this scene. I hate this moment. I hate this game. I hate Nomura. I hate. I know what you are. I know what you are. Like, man, it's fine. I'm playing Dragon Age. I'm playing Dragon Age for the first time tomorrow. Just like, let's just sit here. This is the stream now. Press triangle to Sora. This is the stream. I want to die. This isn't just suspected or connecting some disparaging dots. This is hard fact described within the game itself. Worlds in the realm of light and the realm between exist as planets in a great sea of stars, which Sora and his friends explore aboard their smile-powered gummy ship. The realm of darkness, however, exists in a space closed off from time. It's accessible only via dark corridors, pathways that open for agents of darkness or when worlds become unstable, or by using the power of waking. Okay. So it's just in there. As a result, Aqua has spent years wandering the realm of darkness, unable to return to the light. So that's just it. Sora followed Riku's voice to the shore. I'm gonna fucking scream at the top of my lungs. I'm gonna scream. This is out my lungs. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be here. We double-checked, both the Japanese and English glossary specify that, outside of using Mickey's Keyblade, the only way to enter the realm of darkness is with either a dark corridor, which we know Sora can't use, and we know definitely doesn't look like a giant glowing door of light, or the power of waking. And the journal even specifies his heart led him to the door of light. It's the most likely conclusion then, especially since we know the power of waking's intended purpose is related to reaching the worlds through hearts. So it's definitely important that the power Sora has spent the whole game looking for has been tied to something so intrinsic to Riku's character this whole time. It was used for Riku first. Awakened by his desire to save him, I swear to God, it's over. I swear to God, it's over. Like, it's just fucking over. Always has been. Wagon Man, all you have to know is always has been. This art fucks so severely. Thank you to whoever did this. I swear to God. Okay, I'm taking a sip. Thank you, everyone. Okay. So Remind was a lot, huh? I didn't play the DLC? Okay, Wagon Man. Wait a second. Wait a second. It's in 1 second. Did I pin it? Can I? Yeah. Wait a second, I'm gonna put this on. This is, when we say always has been, I'm gonna show you what we're referring to. This is what we're referring to. This is literally when we were playing KH2 for the first time, and Bear was here, and Bear was realizing the power of Soriku. And I was like, always has been. Mega Magician made this, and put it in the Discord. It's in the meme thing. It's powerful. That's the thing. The reunion scene, we got to the reunion scene, and I was like, I'm so excited to be here. And Bear was like, I haven't seen this since I played it as a child. And I was like, are you ready for what you're about to witness? And then she witnessed it, and I was like, right? And I was like, what the fuck? There's nothing to say. When you get to that scene in the year of our Lord 2024, what do you say? What do you do? It's just like, I don't know. Always has been. Ari! Happy Monday! Okay, I didn't play the DLC. I'm so sorry to everyone that I didn't play the DLC. We're gonna talk about the DLC anyway. And you're all gonna hate me for not playing it. I haven't watched Tennille's fucking 7-hour-long essay because it scares me. I've started it before, but then I get really overwhelmed. And it's really, because it's 7 hours long, and I again, the raw power of the fact that I know Tennille through Warrior Cats. I'm aware of this person through Warrior Cats. And then in the year of our Lord, 2024, I see them pop up again. And I don't know them personally. I know of them. Sorry for mistranslating myself. I know of them. They come back into my life, and it's Soriku videos. And I'm like, always has been. Always has been. Like, no matter where you are, no matter how, you will always end up here. As they say in the hit CW show Supernatural. Always has been. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, because they did a video also, Becca's linked the 7-hour video. They also did a video comparing the Chikai and Don't Think Twice. So, like, if you enjoyed me playing that on stream and screaming at the top of your lungs, you can watch a whole video about it. So, it's fated. This is where we were meant to be, is here, today. Anyway, I will continue reading. I'm so excited to do all of this. I'm so excited. Okay. We can't talk about Shikai again. I can't go down this road again. I can't. I will throw up. Like, I will throw up, and I don't want to do that on stream. Okay. 1 year after the initial release of Cage 3, we get this fat DLC drop. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be with a fat DLC drop. In true Kingdom Hearts fashion, raises but as many questions as it answers. I don't want to be here. It manages this by not being the end-all, full game retrospective mystery solver we initially expected, or at least hoped it to be. It's, as Nomura put it, a third layer. God damn it, Nomura. A new trailer's coming in December. Is this going to be the last trailer for Remind? Yes, the trailer will include the release date and other such information. The fragments of clips you've seen of the new story added with Remind may have made you think it's taking place during the main story of KH3, but it's set after the ending and is separate. The story of KH3 was concluded in that game. There are 2 layers, victory and defeat, and perhaps this is what we should be calling a third layer. It does come during the time of the KH3 main game, but I think for the perceptive fans will, after playing, feel how it's a different beast from the main game. I am shaking him in a jar. Wagon Man, you don't have to be here. It's okay. I really respect that you've made it this far while not understanding what the fuck I'm talking about. But you don't feel pressured to sit here while your brain explodes. This 7-layer bean dip of eternity. No, not the bean dip. Oh my god. Can already be a lot to chew through, and Remind just added some cheese on top. Niku, I can't be here. And while this explains some mysteries, it opens the door to plenty of others, as Kingdom Hearts is wont to do. As a small overview of the DLC. Okay, I didn't play this, so pay attention if you haven't seen it. In a bit of No Man Left Behind, travels back in time in a final attempt to save Kairi, and we mean final. Chirithy made a point of the fact that if Sora doesn't manage to do it this time, he won't be getting a second chance. Overall, we follow this future, post-KH3, Sora as a heart jumping unseen between the connected hearts of the cast, past self included, through the events of the Keyblade Graveyard in a kind of behind-the-scenes look at what happened. In regards to the theory, though, it brought us all sorts of fun stuff. Sora is dropped to just before the fated fall to darkness, or the tear in the fabric of time, as they called it. A divergence in the fabric of time that occurred when Sora used the power of waking to overwrite the timeline of defeat. When this phenomenon came into being, a new world without defeat was born, creating 2 contradictory histories within the same timeline. There's now an 8th layer of the bean dip. What is it made of? Very pointed description. Sounds familiar. There I will have you experience the same things you did here, but that world will go on, this time without total annihilation in its future. Like an overwrite? There it is. Wagon Man, it's okay. I'm patting you on the head. And it's after this tear in the fabric of time, we're shown the world logo for the Keyblade Graveyard, the indication we're now connected to a shiny new reality. Or how about the secret ending in KH3 not only turning out to be a dream, like we said, it was specifically Riku's dream. I'd like you to tell me about the dreams you've been having, dear. It was dark, and I was surrounded by tall buildings, and I was looking for Sora. Fuck you. When I felt someone watching me from way up high. Unsurprisingly, searching for Sora, which is also just like we said. And while these things are great, it doesn't even touch on the wealth of clues we got about Kairi. Kairi's heart is definitely missing. The fairy godmother always shows up and is like, Riku, I know what you are. I know. I'm not confused, Wagon Man. I'm hysterical. That's the different. It's different. Namine the Smoking Gun. Oh, God. So earlier we talked about Namine and what it means for her to be in the final world. The fact that she's there when nobody arrived with Sora means she had to have already been there before he arrived. Felt by some great darkness before this in a prior timeline. And according to her, once Kairi's back to the status quo, so is she. I said fairy godmother. If there was a furry godmother, that's what mine is. So, since Namine's been there the entire game prior to Sora showing up, Kairi's been back to normal the entire time. Kairi hasn't been there the entire time either. I'm sorry, I'm focused. Her heart's been missing, and in Remind they make it very clear that it still is. During the Keyblade Graveyard, the Guardians fall to darkness. Sora then recollects himself in the final world, returns to Riku's sacrifice, and this time saves everyone's hearts. He pointedly doesn't find Kairi's heart, but they return to the graveyard safe and sound anyway. It's at this point in Remind that Namine shows up. Why haven't you returned to Kairi's heart yet? Very good question, Sora. Why hasn't she? To both their understanding, she definitely should have returned at this point, but she's not able to. Something is preventing her. Well, that's strange. Everyone should be safe and sound, right? I mean, this conversation is happening while everyone's standing around outside. Everyone, including Kairi, who's right there. That's really scary, actually. It's actually just Winnie the Pooh. Totally fine, supposedly, unless of course she isn't and hasn't been. Namine's inability to return to Kairi, especially after suspiciously not finding her heart, is some hard proof in the pudding that Kairi's not whole or safe. Something vital is missing. And it's only after Remind, after Sora pulls together all of Kairi's pieces hidden by Xehanort, does this change. At this point, we know for a fact Kairi's heart has returned to her because Namine has too. It's because of this they can extract Namine from Kairi, proving Kairi at this point is actually complete. But why is it now that Namine came to Sora's heart anyway? Is it because Kairi is in there? Sora, the Matryoshka... Oh no, oh no, oh no. This is what the hood ears really mean. It's not Charity, it's Winnie the Pooh. It's Winnie the Pooh. The whole time. Hearts within hearts within hearts within hearts within hearts. She has a fursuit on. Kairi is still in Sora's heart during the course of Remind, but like future Sora specifically, he's like onions, okay? They have layers, onions with a capital O. We have a couple of very blatant examples showcasing this too. First off, remembering when Xehanort struck Kairi down, heart nowhere to be seen? Sora from the future is watching on from within his own body. What a terrible sentence. What a terrible sentence. But he ain't the only one. We get a very pointed shot of the camera as it zooms away from his face and in on his chest, accompanied by an overtly loud heartbeat. We've been shown this before, almost exactly, as evidence of somebody else romping around in that big heart of his. Specifically, it was Ventus, reacting from within Sora and even managing to speak through him. In a similar example, the loud heartbeat also happens here, directly correlating to Ventus awakening within Sora. While Ventus was reacting to the danger of a friend, Kairi is reacting to seeing her own body double, something or other, being slain. It really isn't out of the question. The point of the shot is to show not Sora, who's looking on, but something within him reacting too. The next example is a very telling line of questioning from Xehanort. I am the one who hid the fragments of Kairi that you seek. Of course I'm here. No matter, did you come alone? The fact he asks this is enough for suspicion. Why would this even be something to ask? Yeah? Sora, of course, is unaware of anyone else and answers truthfully. But after a quick, ocular pat-down from Xehanort, it's clear. Sora most certainly did not come alone. Xehanort knows better, and is pleased as punch about it. After this inspection and a satisfied chuckle, he asks Sora a now repeated question, also mentioned by Terra Xehanort in their earlier fight. Are you prepared to pay the ultimate price? He obviously has some greater knowledge of the situation, something he expected, with signs he knew to look for, which leads to our next point, Xehanort's involvement. Oh my god, oh no. Xehanort is a man of many talents, like terrible gay marriage, mostly of conniving, scheming, and being supremely prepared. He's got a backup plan for his backup plans, and Remind is no exception. We propose that Kairi is an unfortunate but key pawn to his plans, and as we find out more about her, the more we see Xehanort's meddling. After Kairi's shattering, with Mickey and Riku still frozen in time in the air, future Heart Sora has a strange and unexplained conversation with the king where he shows a surprising amount of know-how on Kairi's situation. Master Zane's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. That's an understatement. Kairi's one of the 7 hearts, which is why he crystallized her. So he can use her as insurance until Kingdom Hearts is opened. She's his last resort. That seems pivotal. It sure does. Oh my god, Xehanort Gay dies after decades-long marriage dispute, like, took me out. I gotta be honest. Like, that's his one weakness. He can scheme, he can plan. He's very bad at marriage. That's, like, the one thing. According to mysterious voice Mickey, who knows more than he should, it turns out Xehanort actually crystallized her as an assurance, a backup plan. This makes sense. But due to Kairi's incomplete state the entire game, the question would be when he crystallized her. Kairi, unbeknownst to her, has been a pawn in Xehanort's plan from the start. His conversation with Sora in Scala is the biggest example that he set this up from the beginning. After being guided here and there by some form of Kairi, Sora only finds 5 pieces, unsure of how many total he even needs. How many more? This is when Xehanort very casually shows up. There's 2! And freely offers him the information he needs. He's also entirely unfazed by seeing 2 Sora. Unfortunately, you're a little too late. Oh, 2 of them. Oh, 2 of them! And is far too aware of the exact parameters/rules Sora's working within. It appears you failed to retrieve Kairi in the time to come, so here you are once again in time already past. Xehanort knows exactly what sent him here and why he's doing it. And if Kairi's his last resort, his insurance for his plan to work, why would he freely offer up so much information? Why help Sora in any capacity unless this is what he planned from the start? Not to mention the specific placement of each of Kairi's pieces, personally hidden with blatant symbolism by Xehanort himself. We have a Shadow Heartless, the cute little man, a public water fountain with water, an educational doomsday diorama, a literal and unsettled cage in the sewers with water, and last but not least, led on stage by Kairi herself. Bear, you can't come in and out of this. Oh, an old friend. Girl, help. Twinsies, 2 of them. 2 of them. Suddenly, the idea of Kairi being connected to the very mysterious dark side at the beginning of KH3 doesn't seem all that wild. In fact, it's rather pointed they did this, especially seeing as they use a cutscene with Kairi leading you straight to it. Continuing on Xehanort's plan, if Kairi is some key piece, to what extent is she needed? Why would Xehanort need Sora to, aside from pay some ultimate price, find her all her pieces? What we understand is Kairi's heart, or simply pieces of Kairi, were both hidden by Xehanort as in his last resort. What we also know is that it doesn't look like any other heart we've seen, even Kairi's. And while you should think things have simply changed since KH1, they continue to show hearts the same way within KH3. So what is this exactly? Is it Kairi's essence in its entirety? Is it even a heart? It's something at least Xehanort had a direct hand in making. So while it doesn't look like any heart we've seen, it isn't treated like one either. And it's not only used to restore Kairi, it's shown to open a gate via the exact same mechanic from KH2. Wagon Man, please sleep! Wagon Man, get some rest! Please. In K2, this was usually who is with me. Anonymous Ifrit is in this document with me. In K2, this was usually something of an important or sentimental object used as a means of opening new gateways/paths to worlds. Now, we aren't calling Kairi an object, but this crystalline flower has more going for it than its surface level, and as part of Xehanort's plan, seemingly opening up a gate brings back Kairi, and it also brings with it this. This fight, while super cool, don't get us wrong, is a bit of a head-scratcher. We're shown that at the same time as this, past Sora is currently facing off with Xehanort in Skilled Kill him. So who or what is this Xehanort double? Well, we don't have answers for this fight specifically. The ties between Xehanort and whatever extended involvement and planning he's had with Kairi / the events of Remind are made rather painfully clear. Kairi's trying her best, guys. So, just like, don't be mean. What are we at? Oh my god, we're getting so close, my boys! Gender neutral. Boys, brackets, gender neutral. Last but not least, we spoke about world theming and goodbyes. Ultimate price paid off, and Kairi freed from holding him together with all her might, Sora is set to vanish from this world. Knowing full well he's going to disappear, he spends what time he has left with Kairi before having to say goodbye. Just like what was said in Pirates of the Caribbean, it doesn't matter how much time you have, it's a matter of how you spend it. And just like with Pooh, no matter where you are, you're always together. Right here where it matters most. Even Sora's past Remind Kingstagram post echoes this sentiment. Oh, hashtag Sora, hashtag Kairi, hashtag promise. No, hashtag promise. Eri, absolutely correct. No gender. Soriku is the gender. Past Remind Limit Cut seems to reinforce this separation after Sora's been gone for a year. They make a point of mentioning how Kairi has been asleep the entire year under the assumption her heart would hold a clue to finding him. She believes her heart might hold a key about Sora. For a year she's been sound asleep while they search her heart, and yet nothing has been found. So there's been no progress. Riku responds with a solemn nod. Nobody has a lead. Kairi's own heart after an entire year doesn't have a lead, and after all that, the only one with a clue to finding Sora turns out to be Riku. Riku's dreams hold the key? I'm sure there's something there that leads to Sora. Nomura? I'm rattling you again. Nomura? You have head trauma from all me rattling you again, I swear to God. Much to Riku's own surprise, and in the face of a year's worth of searching, this seems to hammer the goodbye home. This point is followed up pretty directly in Melody of Memory. Kairi, facing a Xehanort of her own machination, is told rather directly what she's looking for? Question mark? You see clues to Sora's whereabouts by using your memories of him to search through your own heart, but there's something for you to find here. Isn't here. The clue she does find is that a memory of Xehanort mentioning the concept of another side of reality while spouting his college thesis at a 4-year-old. While helpful in pointing them in the right direction, in the end the clue doesn't lie in her memories of her connection to Sora. They seem really keen on making a verbalized point of it, and it's only doubled when in the end it's Riku going to save Sora, while Kairi is contrived to stay behind. Sometimes, no matter what you do, people slip through your fingers, but the time you spent together regardless should be treasured and held in your heart. I swear to God. Bonus strangeness. The general takeaway with K3 is that we're not really being shown the full picture. It's like trying to put together a puzzle, we have all the pieces, and there's no picture on the dang box. That said, there are several of those pieces that can't go ignored, but don't really fit into any neat little answer. We just don't have all the context to put it together. What these things would mean, new territory, stuff that makes you go, huh? But there's nothing down anyway, but we're noting down anyway, to say at least that we noticed it, okay? 2.9. Okay, so we're taking note of 2.9 generally because, as it stands, we can't be entirely sure, but a lot of the repeated dream patterns and tells appear in Olympus as much as everywhere else. But for lack of better context and information, we latched onto the definitive drop point we could identify and Riku's hair change and move forward. But what we found suspicious is a bit too consistent to ignore. So for one, at the end of Dream Drop Distance, Sora dives into the realm of sleep to say goodbye to his friends, the Dream Eaters! The friends! Meow wow! You play the drop as the credits and see your friends. We just want to put a mental pin in the fact that we never actually see him come back out of one. In 2.8, we only get this as his return. Hehehehe. Even though later, he doesn't seem to try and keep it too much of a secret, unless the secret is something else entirely. I like to say goodbye to all my friends. No, meow wow! Past this, we have Goofy's sudden memory of Yensid saying, "May your heart be your guiding key," while Donald and Sora have no idea what he's talking about, implying this has either happened before or perhaps it's influenced in some way, seeing as it becomes an incredibly important and powerful phrase from here on out. In Olympus, we have flow motion and attraction flow, both very dream-related in their own right. And then we have more forgetfulness, but not from Sora, from Hercules, too. Is there a reason you guys are visiting? Someone forgot. Oh yeah, I just took my time remembering. This is an intuitive character, but with the pattern through the game, it stands to be noted. What really stands out is this. He didn't hesitate to give his life for Max, and I remembered a true hero is measured by the strength of his heart. I'll never forget that again. But he does. Do you remember the last time we were together? You were feeling down and out? How'd you get your strength back when you jumped in and saved Meg? That's tough. I don't know, she was in trouble and I wanted to save her and I don't know. You know, things just happen to me, he says. Granted, the idea of being a true hero and that being the strength of your heart is a bit of an abstract concept, but there's no reason to have not actually just said it, especially when he leads in with having to think about it being tough, and that all he knows is what little he seemingly can recall. So what would this even mean in regards to the drop that happens toward the end? Well, it could just be deeper and deeper layers of sleep. In a regular first layer of sleep, Sora is seen to retain his regular form, so Riku's hair being the same as the real world is viable. Okay, I need to take a sip and go fill my water bottle up again. I need to refill my water bottle, everybody. I will be back in literally a second. I shouldn't even bother putting this up. I am running. I am sprinting to return to you. Okay? Please, please hold. Hello? No! I'm here! I've returned! I hope you all stretched. Like, walked around the room, paced a bit, thought about what we've experienced together as a family. We're back. Hello, hello, hello! Okay. Thought about the gay, homosexual gay. Okay. Loomis, that's so powerful. That's me thinking about them, just fucking pacing the floor. Okay. We're continuing. There's nothing much to say about this shot other than the imagery here is really purposefully something. One of the last and most important scenes in the game, and they chose to show us the Keyblade pointed right before the 3. True. Combined with the 2.9, combined with, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, the logo, it all really hints that the KH3 we play is not the complete story. Not only this, it's literally any given shot they're in at any point in the setting, Sora is in the exact same position, always at 2.9. Oh, he's my boy. Oh, my boy. Oh, my bud. He's just in there. They don't know he's in there. They don't know he's in the walls, you know? You tell him to get out, you know, but he's in there. Like that One Direction meme. Alright, As a refresher, there's an important difference between the yellow Kingdom Hearts versus the blue true Kingdom Hearts. For starters, there's more than one Kingdom Hearts, and most Kingdom Hearts we've seen thus far have been artificially made. In K1, made from the Hearts of Worlds, though we don't see it directly, manifested as a door. In K2, made from the hearts of people. Both these cases have resulted in incomplete Kingdom Hearts, a door that leads to it and a yellow heart. Notably, these are the only versions of Kingdom Hearts Sora's ever personally seen. But why would the one from K3 be the same color as the incomplete version? Secret ending? Bibibus 2010. Cooks 2017. And then the yellow, K2, 352 days 2009, K3. It's also worth mentioning 358/2 and Bibus were released 1 year apart, being in development at the same time. The change to blue for Bibus was intentional. Okay, pop those streamers. It's the first thing the Ultimate has proved us wrong about, or at least proved something everyone was wrong about. Something even the VFX director was surprised to learn. Please tell us something that you won't forget about the development process. I've been involved in this series a long time, so I thought I more or less had everything figured out, but this time around, I learned for the first time that the real Kingdom Hearts is not blue, but yellow. We know for sure the yellow Kingdom Heart summoned in K2 was incomplete, and we know for sure the blue Kingdom Hearts in Cooks was real. True Kingdom Hearts. We know that even the VFX director thought the same. We know for sure that up until Bubba's 10 years ago in Universe, Kingdom Hearts was blue. The question changes from why is K3's Kingdom Hearts yellow and not blue, and becomes why did the true Kingdom Hearts change from blue to yellow? Why is the true Kingdom Hearts the same color as an incomplete one? It may be wholly unrelated to the theory at this point, but it's still a mystery worth noting, and so we moved it here. Alright, two of them. Two Keyblades, two boys, two of them. Two of them. One of the bigger head scratchers of the game is how on earth does Roxas have Axel voice? Two Keyblades? Two of them? We know from previous games that both Sora and Roxas were able to wield two Keyblades due to Ven's heart being inside of them. Two Keyblades. Two hearts, two Keyblades, two hearts. Now with Ven restored, there should be no way for either of them to dual wield, and yet, Remind seems to make sense of this at first glance, with future Sora's heart residing within Roxas temporarily. But that's the thing, Sora is there only temporarily before moving on, and yet Roxas continues to dual wield even after he's gone. We also happen to know full well that Nomura knows his own lore and his pre-established rules, seeing as he made a direct reference to it in Utada's cover art for Face My Fears, you know, where she wields two Keyblades. He directly comments on it in his countdown post. This is the last countdown picture. Today, Face My Fears, the OP and EDCD goes on sale. I myself drew the cover art. The fact that she has two Keyblades means she must have two hearts. Oh no, the character limit. Nomura! Okay, but that's me on Twitter. That's the thing. That is me on Twitter. Oh fuck. Oh god, the character limit. Shit. This is one more example on the long list of examples where the game presents you with something without explicitly calling attention to it and lets you assume what you will. Oh, Roxas always has Oathkeeper and Oblivion. This is normal, your brain says. Of course, when he makes his big comeback, he'd have his iconic look. But we know the rules, and Nomura knows the rules. Who's wielding two blades? Well, still Roxas, but maybe two of him, kinda? Perhaps? Two of them? There isn't any hard answer, but this is something that should definitely be kept in mind. Another scene where something is brought up and never touched on again, we have Ienzo still, whittling away at trying to bring back Roxas by reconstructing his heart with data, something touched on in San Francisco. But he has no vessel. It's the backup plan or nothing. He's very far along, but the most pressing issue is the matter of finding a body. Then he's straight up given a vessel, dropped right at his feet. Problem solved. Sure, we didn't see Roxas' heart leave Sora's body at the sight of Axel and Xion in danger, having him ascend from the heavens in righteous fury, but we did see that. He did just kind of, like, come out of heaven. So what happened with his nearly complete data heart? Why has he got two Keyblades? Is it the data heart? Is it inside him? How did it get here? We don't know. This is my favorite. It's just like, how did it get here? Anyway, moving on. I don't fucking know. You think I know? Don't be stupid. Isn't this crazy? Anyway, the Paupu fruit. Hashtag Kingdom Hearts. Hashtag But Palpu, hashtag destiny. This scene itself is several layers of odd, with the music strangely melancholy, the aforementioned intro prediction and how it seems to need to happen, Sora seemingly off-put and unsure about the whole thing until convinced, but we're going to focus on a tiny detail that seems to have gone entirely unnoticed. Does Kairi not take a bite? Oh, girl. Initially, we were surprised there's a bite taken at all. When first watching it really seemed like neither of them took a munch, which is fine. We're recreating the cave drawing, and it's a sweet thing they shared as kids. It's important to them, and that's what matters. But things start getting suspicious when, upon closer inspection, there is a clear bite taken out, and it's only one. A free camera video saw that both are bitten with a free oh my god. People go so hard. People go so hard. Oh my god. Also, can I just say that this confused me so much as an adult person watching this, watching the video game cutscene, because I always thought that, like, sharing a Palpu means one Palpu. Like, you take one and then you both eat it, you eat half of it, and then, like, because you've eaten the same fruit, your destinies are intertwined, but they share two unrelated fruits and they each bite a different one, and it's like, how does that do it? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? I just don't, and like, I get that it's like the drawing that they made, so like, but it's, I think you guys did it wrong. I don't know. I'm not a master at your universe, but I think that you two kids, you crazy kids, did it wrong. You fucked up. You should have eaten one fruit, and it's over. Riku's there? Is he like T-posing in the background? Like, if I had a free camera mod and I turned the camera and Riku was T-posing, it'd be over. He's sitting. Okay, thank God. Oh, platonic versus romantic. I'm thinking about that. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading this even though the free camera showed it, because we're here now. What does this imply? Can Kairi not eat suddenly? Strangely, she never actually does bite the ice cream, we checked. Or is it that she didn't want it for herself? Was she herself making sure it happened, or is it resignation in the light of a foreseen unfortunate fate they've gone through once already? Something she might remember. Olive? 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 Wait. Olive? That's me. That's, you can't, how could you? How could you? We don't think it's anything malicious, and granted we could be wrong, it could just be some kind of overblown lighting, but hey, it's something, so we're putting it here because why not? On a separate note, this scene suffers from further muddled translation choices. The original script sheds a far bit of context on the whole thing. From now on, our fates will be different than the ones we've fought until now. This is a good luck charm, so we won't be separated again. This makes sense as a reassurance to Sora's initial taken-aback reaction. The English translations comes off really strong for the sake of a callback to its initial description given by Riku. But in regards to the ending, this feels more appropriate as well, implying that Kairi might know they're going to be separated again. Additionally, Remind even added a loading screen of this scene with the script's original meaning. Hashtag Sora, hashtag Kairi, hashtag charm, hashtag light. Another note about this translation is that we missed out on an interesting connection with a trophy of all things. The trophy you get for returning to the Keyblade graveyard after saving everyone in English is called No Matter What. This matches with the translation we got. The original, however, is Promised Magic, meaning the little magic charm with the promise to reunite came through right then. It's honestly very sweet. Oh. In the Ultimania, Irino, Sora's VA, stated that they recorded 2 versions of the Papu scene. We recorded both a sharing scenario and a not sharing scenario. During the editing, it wasn't decided which Nomura would go with, but it seems in the end he went with the sharing scenario. He just didn't know. In an unseen timeline, a litany of things could go differently, and while this tidbit could be nothing, at least it's an interesting note and a fun little fact. Yeah, it's a fucking interesting... Don't eat the leaves! You two disgust me. That's not the part of the fruit that you eat. For the love of God. Alright. Alright, okay. While it's obvious she's taken one here, we just made the previous point that in-game it doesn't seem like Kairi takes a bite of the Paopu. We're leaving this point because it still looks as such, but also if there's more than one timeline, both are absolutely a possibility. Speaking of, a few things about this illustration stand out, like the fact that Sora's feet look backwards, which has always bothered me. I know that he's like standing on his toes a bit, but I hate it. Stop it. Primarily, every example of it shows Kairi fading either in or out of the shot. The KH3 menu shows her fading. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry! It always bothers me! It's not good. Okay? I'm sorry, don't look at the feet anymore. Don't. I just went to cover them with my hands as if that would change anything about what you guys are looking at. I'm sorry. To remind, PS4 theme removes Kairi when you go to the top half of the menu. Sad. Okay, wait. For the gag. For the visual gag. Don't look. Oh my god, no, his feet are up there! No! Wait, we're doomed. It's fucking over. It even continues in various merchandise. Like a folder where you put in paper, it makes Kairi disappear. Girl, help. In every universe, no matter what you do, they fucking delete her. The K3 also only has Kairi appear when you pull the CD book from the sleeve. Girl! This is cute though. 3D boy. 3D boy. He was living as a 3D boy. Nomura specifically oversaw the packaging design himself. I also wrote some commentary for the liner notes. It's very interestingly consistent. Second point, Kairi seems to be walking on top of the water. She's behind Sora, yes, but only by a little, but Sora's feet are very clearly submerged. Are they? Is that why his feet fucked up? Waves drawn splashing at his ankles. Kairi, you can see her entire foot and nothing is submerged. Girl, help. Fading in and not touching the water seems to be because she's Jesus. And if what we suspected is true, this is a sign that Kairi's Jesus and has been with Sora the whole time from within his heart like Jesus. Loomis, you will perceive. There's no... Rage form is incredibly interesting as its own concept, but given the context we've come to understand, it could have a lot more meaning than just being super rad. Just the idea of it being rage form and not anti-form seems telling enough, but with the context of potentially having gone through the death of everyone Sora knew and cared about, helpless to stop it, I mean, yeah. The mind may not remember, but the heart doesn't forget. It is fueled by a very specific emotion and has the ability to sacrifice your own HP. Sora's sacrificial tendencies we all know well, but it just seems like a pointed step forward for a game mechanic that went largely unexplained the last time around. He's a creature! Also, If rage form is an actual indicator of Sora's rage and grief at the outcome of the first timeline, it'd be another point to the pot that 2.9 does in fact take place within a dream or some layer of sleep/New World timeline. Post Cage 3 Dengeki interview. In a post-release interview, Nomura goes into some details about rage form unsurprisingly being fueled by anger. The forms in this title are very different from that of Cage 2, so we decided to change all the names. Rage does indeed have characteristics that are reminiscent of Anti, but it's basically a separate thing setup-wise. Anti is based on Sora getting completely stained in darkness, but Rage doesn't quite go that far. It's based on him going into a rampage state, controlled by fuels of anger. Halo? Hello? Wiku's Hello? Our next point of interest is actually the cloud mode ending screen. The art itself is, okay, I'm sorry, is just the Cuck's anniversary done up with a nice background. Nothing new to report really, but there's one tasty little detail. Riku has a halo? Oh, he do. Biblically accurate halo. Not exactly a literal angel halo, but a symbolic halo, an encirclement around the head usually used to represent light or some kind of enlightenment or power. For the sake of argument, in that it's there to simply make the image look good, it's definitely a neat composition. It draws the eye well, it's offset in a way that it's weighted well too. This is all fine and good, but just because it's good art comp doesn't mean there isn't intent behind it. In fact, symbolism like this is usually chock full of intent, okay? So think about it. Speaking of intent, this design is actually not used that often for anything else. In fact, this pattern encirclement is used one whole other time on one of the most symbolically loaded scenes in the game, on the mirror, in Dive to the Heart. It's a bit faint from this angle, especially with the focus on Sora. Now I can see it, I'm looking at it. It's definitely there. So Sora passes through it, and what do we get on the other side? We get Riku. Alright guys, stream's over, life's over, channel's over, I'm deleting, oh, not the fist clench, I can't, no, I'm seeing that the fist clench is, I can't, the fist clench? In this economy? In this economy? You think that I'm gonna be okay about the fist clench? I'm always gonna get carpal tunnel, and so am I. Okay, I don't want to do this. I hate the fist punch. It really upsets me. It really upsets me. Okay. Ultimania update. The Ultimania interview with one of the animation directors confirms two things. Firstly, that they put great consideration into the movements that highlight character personalities and natures. What do you think are KH-esque movements? Movements that make the character's natures prominent and mix a serious mood and a comical feeling to pull the people watching in. Even though movements from motion capture are real, and you can feel the presence of the motion capture actors, all the movements in KH series are treated with the utmost care, so there's a lot of charm piled in that can't be pulled off from the acting of people. And secondly, that important fist clenching is actually important. Okay, and something they do consciously, so we've got confirmation that consistent habits like this are on purpose. The habit Master Xehanort has of making a fist and letting it go, you can see a little bit during the chess game that young Xehanort's playing too. I tried making it a habit that he's had since childhood. Gonna get carpal tunnel, my dude. Starting from Didida, okay, they've made sure to put a constant emphasis on Riku's clenched fists. Every time it happens, it's purposefully animated and framed to draw the audience's attention to it, either as the biggest or only thing in frame. They've made you focus on it repeatedly. Not only that, it most often has to do with, surprise, Sora. Light begets darkness, and darkness is drawn to light. I decide to use the Keyblade, a weapon is to conquer the light, to defend the light instead. Those were the first heroes of the Keyblade fist clench. I'm gonna fucking throw Nomura out a window. The real walls were the ones I built around my heart. You helped me see that, Riku. Fist clench. I'd say you still- I loved this moment so much. These people, I know what you are. Hey Riku, you keep a lot locked inside. Is there anything you want to tell us? Is there anything you want to let loose as a secret to us before you go forward, so you aren't being burdened with the weight of your secrets, Riku? And your prize, the Keyblade, passed on to Sora instead. Your mistakes always end up being other people's problems. Maybe so, but I'm here to change all that. After all your efforts to command the darkness and protect those you cherish, it's a shame you locked that power away in the end. I can still save Sora. Throwing Nomura out the window. They've established this as a clear visual cue, most often when strengthening his resolve, and KH3 is no different. Riku's revelation prompted by Mickey about what he's drawing strength from, the cherished person who he wants to protect. Or when he thinks about Aqua's experiences paralleling his own. How frightening is it to have no one? Culminating in the fist clench before his self-sacrifice, right after withdrawing his hand from Sora, resolved to do what he has to. I want to be dead in a river. These aren't the only times he's done this in the game, they're just the most obvious, the ones the game wants you to pay attention to. Pretty much everyone thinks it's out of character for Riku to have just let Sora go alone in the ending, but there's a weird emphasis on him when he realizes what Sora's trying to do. It's a blink and you'll miss it. Riku clenches his fist not once, but twice. He clenches his fist, purposely animated both times, just out of focus, slightly obscure but not out of frame, then comes to an understanding the other characters none of the other characters seem to reach. There he is. He convinces Mickey and the others to trust in Sora, believe in him, and watches as Sora opens another sleeping keyhole. I'm biting. Sun Guardian, I'm biting you. I'm biting you. My teeth are sharp and I'm biting, okay? And I'm shaking my head around, okay? Like a dog. And I'm biting. 6 hearts, no sacrifice, huh? My favorite genre. When Sora meets Chirithy to help in saving Kairi's heart, he says something missable but important. I've already restored 6 hearts. What's one more? That doesn't sound right at all. There's 7. The beginning of the game made it clear he had 7 hearts to save, and yes, before you make the joke, Sora can count. We even saved all 7 hearts in question, so what gives? Did he forget someone? If he were to forget any one person, the most significant one is Riku, whose light he followed to then save the others. Riku, whose sacrifice was entirely forgotten and noticeably skipped over, with Sora simply staring blankly at the ground after making it through the tear. It's also noticeable we're never shown Sora waking up, just this empty stare as he's been unexplainedly put back in his own heart. Oh, bud. Oh, bud. My boy. Oh, my boy. Oh, my boy. Okay, Riku Nor. Yeah, no, we're speed running. We're speed running. I'm fine and I'm calm and I'm cool. Riku Nor might actually be 2 different Rikus. The Riku we see in San Francisco is I didn't say any of that right, is distinctly different in attitude compared to how he acts later on in the Keyblade Graveyard. He's calm, smug, more calculating, and skeptical of plans, but rolling with them anyway. The Riku we see later on was prideful, brazen, taunting, and practically battle-hungry. Brat. Just like how Repliku acted during Com. Matty Bear Kawaii! Welcome, it's Happy Monday. Not to mention they're literally wearing 2 entirely different outfits, and I can't say I spy a dark mood under the coat, now that he couldn't just put it on later, I guess, but, you know. Seeing as K3 has done a thorough job of letting the audience assume and fill in the gaps, it's very likely that this is another case of leaving just enough connection to let you think it's one singular Riku. In San Francisco, Sora and Ko assume he must be Riku possessed by Ansem. A sound reasoning, and he doesn't entirely deny it, but leaves it open. This seems to happen a lot. Later, in the Kage, Mickey also comes to the same conclusion, voiced exactly the same way, and this Riku also doesn't deny it. This is easy for us, the audience, to make the connection and fill in that gap. We're led to do so purposefully, whether it's correct or not. So later, when it's proven to us that it's in fact not Riku when he was possessed, but Repliku, which makes sense with his behavior, this throws any and all spoken word out the window. Characters can be wrong. They can also assume incorrectly, and they can also lie. So that leaves us with whatever contextual clues it shows us instead. Considering if this is the same Riku we're shown later in the Kage, this conversation with Pete and Maleficent in San Francisco, a world that brought up time travel and rethinking things in data, doesn't add up. Overstep and darkness will consume you again. An interesting thing to say. I will do anything I please, as should you. Oh, I intend to. Him teeth. I love him teeth. Who's he, a friend of yours? Yeah, I couldn't tell from when, though. You know? I hated this dialogue. What are you fucking talking about? Get out of here. He speaks very knowingly of Maleficent and past actions from KH1 while also hinting at hidden motives that otherwise aren't addressed. This sits especially strange when thrown in the face of what we see later from who we know to be Repliku. That and Maleficent's response in itself seems to indicate there's more at play than its surface level. Other than that, it's at least a Riku she has known, while also suggesting that she was aware that Riku wasn't who he said he was. Riku, when possessed by Ansem Sod. I hate when you're possessed by Ansem Sod. We also have a stark contrast in how they respond to being the real Riku, which is honestly pretty telling. The Riku in B6 has no issue with it. He even chides them for needing to figure it out. Ha ha ha. Where Repliku at the Kug fight, in his literal dying breath, is like, no, I'm me. No, you're me. I'm me, he says. So who is this potential mysterious and handsome 400th Riku? We're given a few different options, but originally our proposition was Data Riku in some form a la Recoded, but with all the B6 Rikus working with. Especially with this odd, unexplained scene within Recoded that is a perfect chance to Nort-Nap Data Riku. We can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. It shows up suddenly, much to the confusion of Mickey, Jiminy, and the others. Oh, fuck. I hate this guy. Don't show him to me. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I don't want to talk about him. I hate him. He scares me. He's my biggest fear, and I hate him. The scene ends here with a follow-up from Jiminy saying how this never happened. Or at least he didn't write it in the journal at all. But following more recent Cucks updates, this definitely friendly and non-threatening dark staticky mass has proven to be very interesting and very probable. Introducing darkness, like as a person. Cucks update, okay? Who am I? I guess you can call me Darkness. Shut up. That's certainly vague. Get out of there. Come out of there. For starters, Cucks is, surprise, surprise, taking place entirely within Data due to some kind of currently unknown meddling. Darkness introduced in a Data world is a strong enough link by itself, but it's implied at the very least they've done some amount of meddling themselves, if not potentially at all, to at least trap Maleficent. You were forced to trap me in this isolated place. It would be inconvenient for us if memories of what happens in this world were to transcend time. All the while showing a very comprehensive understanding of what events brought her there in the first place, knowing way more than one should be privy to. When the boy you thought you'd manipulated so cleverly pierced you with a keyblade, it crossed your mind. While the very same event B6 Riku seems to bring up offhand. To top it off, Darkness is also the one who helps Maleficent escape back to the future. A mysterious old friend from who knows when, indeed. Oh, he's a friend. He's a good friend. Speaking of... Okay, give me a second. There was a lot of names, and a lot of words, and a lot of cucks in one space, and I'm focusing. I'm locking in. Okay? Speaking of... While Darkness is helping Maleficent, we're shown Darkness also within Ventus acting at the same time. It turns out there are multiple Darkness, and they often refer to themselves as a group. This is a group of friends. Conveniently, as does Riku in B6. Did we steal your idea? While we're led to assume it's just the organization, this is a frustratingly perfect narrative. Loophole, something to point out later going, haha, the we mentioned is actually a different group entirely, a gotcha, which is pretty par for the course so far as this series is concerned. Something else that leads to this is that his goals don't really align with the organization. His goal here is to find a way to recreate the heart, possibly using Data while focusing pretty strictly on Darkness. The organization, on the other hand, has plenty of hearts to go around, several options at their disposal to the point multiple characters are benched or go AWOL and they still meet their quota. What they mostly need were bodies. And as far as looks are concerned, Darkness is shown with the ability to shapeshift, having done so in manipulating Ventus to do some very bad things. Ooh woo? Ooh woo. The point remains at the end, regardless of who it is, that the Riku in B6 is most likely not the same one in the Keyblade Graveyard. Riku Nort 1 and Riku Nort 2. They have different vibes. Why does KH3 let you have 4 Rikus? Oh, the novel. Oh no. Oh no, I don't- oh no. Oh, we're so- oh my god, this is the end! This is the end of the... Oh god. Becca, I think the thing is he forgot Riku existed? Was that it? It got wiped? He confused? Question mark? Because he follows the light originally to Riku, and then afterwards he'd not know that anymore. Someone can probably explain that better than me, and by that I mean, like, anyone can explain that better than me. Well, we're putting this document together. The title for the KH3 novel was announced. Kingdom Hearts 3 will receive an auto adaptation in March 2019. Restart. Like we brought up at the very start of the theory, within the art book, Nomura left a sweet message to the fans. Within this message, there's a particular part that stands out. I believe that Kingdom Hearts 3 is truly completed when two thoughts, whatever you feel from playing the game, and my thoughts that I've secretly placed in the game, match up together. I hope that everyone playing the game will complete the game for us. You did it. We did it. We did it. We're here. My throat hurty. My throat, it hurty. It ouchie. The big ouchie. Thank you for the sips, everybody! I feel deranged. I feel deranged. I feel deeply unwell, and truly lost in the sauce is the problem. I feel, like I said, for all the Sorikus in here. Wow, I took a sip and my model freaked out. For all the Sorikus that are in here, I wanted to do this as a little fun thing after we marathoned all the Kingdom Hearts games again. And I was like, we're not going to take it seriously. We're going to have a little fun time. Okay, I love reading meta. And then within like 2 pages, I was like, it's real. I was like, okay, I love fandom meta. It's usually pretty crazy. We're just going to be like, take it with a grain of salt, you know, it's going to be just like a fun thing. And then I was like, it's real. Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't enjoy Kingdom Hearts 3 very much. And it's not even because of this, I just, you know, but now, with this in my heart and my soul and my mind, things can change for me. Becca, I'm so happy for you. Also, Wagon Man, yeah, go to sleep, bud. Get some rest. I'm not well, and they put bugs in me. Carlos, what are you gonna say to me? I think it will. I mean, again, the thing is, my problem with KH3, as I've said, was never the story. It's more so the fact that I want to hit stuff, and it likes to interrupt me hitting stuff. And that makes me sad, because I want to hit stuff. But I feel like with this new layer of I'm being interrupted from hitting stuff with gay feelings, perhaps things could change for me. Perhaps I can learn to have more patience and respect. Carlos, I feel like that's the thing. I love, like, that's my thing. I love Kingdom Hearts gameplay. I love to hit stuff. And Kingdom Hearts 3 has a lot of, like, gimmicky sections and a lot of you're playing and then you take one step and you're interrupted with a cutscene, and then you take another step and you're in with a cutscene, and I'm like, I enjoy this, but I want to collect orbs. I want to hit little creatures, and I want to collect orbs, and I want to watch my level go up so that I can put an ability on that lets me hit faster. And now, perhaps, I was being homophobic. And I've realized that now. And it's good to grow as a person and to realize your shortcomings. Wagon Man, please sleep well, my bud. Sweet dreams. And like I said, you know, when I did the final... Unfortunately, when I did the final fight, I still remember my power going out 3 times. And the trauma that caused me. But this time around, I really did it. And all the babies were there. And I'd played Birth by Sleep this time. So I knew about the boys. And I was kissing them. Carlos, go on. All the boys, they be kissing. That's the thing that they don't tell you about. They don't tell you that on the box. And it's like, yeah, what? How could you? It's something that you have to discover for yourself by reading a 488-page Google document over the course of 6 hours on twitch.tv. Carlos, I did have that, and it was very scary. I did have that, and it was very strange. I had to hold the controller up to the microphone. Silly hoofprint! Hey, hey! Were you waiting for me to be done? Oh my god, really? What? No, there's no way that Silly Hoofprint would do that. There's no way that they would do that. Crazy. What do we do now? Like, how do you follow up Yaoi Book Club on twitch.tv? Like, what do you fucking do? I can't play Chikai again because my fucking VOD got muted and it was over. Like, I'm opening, oh god, the Always Has Been was still open. Okay, general chat, Aitsu Theory, opening, wait, how long is this? How long is this? 25 page, oh, it's very dense for me to read right now. Oh, pronouns. Oh, pronouns. Like, I won't be able to read it all today. Like, I won't be able to read it all, like, right now. The fun thing about this is you guys will get to hear me pronounce Japanese words. It's less pictures. It's very text heavy from what I'm looking at. So, like, the pictures have been made small to fit, so there's a lot, it's more dense. That's okay. I'm interested. I would enjoy reading it. I just don't have the time or the mental capacity with the way that my throat is feeling right now. You can't simplify Soriku. You just can't. It's a 7-hour video essay or nothing. Oh, wine. Because then I can't, because I know that I want to play it, and I can't. I'm playing Dragon Age tomorrow for the first time. I need to focus. I'm shifting into Dragon Age mode. Question mark. We have to, I feel like Yaoi Book Club should be consistent on this stream. I feel like Yaoi Book Club should be a consistent thing on this stream that we do. Like, I called it this as a kind of a funny joke, but now I feel like we need to do it consistently. It might not all be Soriku. I don't know if that we haven't, if there's, I mean, there's a lot, but I don't know. Soriku headcanons. Sora Omega. Riku Alpha. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's my hill that I'm dying on. Oh, the necklace theory. Oh, I know about that vaguely. Becca, I guess that's true. I guess that's correct when I was explaining the origins of Omegaverse. You know? Hashtag, you know, sign up now for an exclusive channel segment where I read fan fiction. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. That would be a bit much. Because I can't do the voices out loud, and I'd need to ask everyone for permission, and I'd need to, and Becca, I'm assuming that we're adults here. I'm assuming, okay, this might be controversial. I'm assuming if you're really, really into Soriku in 2024, that you're an adult. Tell me if I'm wrong. Like, I just, there's no, like I can't imagine. I mean, we could just sit here on this title screen and, like, chill, you know? We can just sit here and we can talk about Soriku for 40 minutes. Power wash, okay! I'm sorry! See, Olive, you're an adult. What did I say? I didn't say the span of adulthood, I said adult. Okay. Power wash and talk about Soriku. Okay. I have to close all my tabs and I have to, okay, so. Jesus Christ. Okay. Reminder. While I do this, reminder. Okay. Tired of searching for Riku, but got covered up with Namine, and then Sora gets to his homeworld memory, he gets teased about liking someone. In English it's a she, but in Japan it's Aitsu. Oh! Oh! Oh, it's like over. Like it's over then. Alright, always has been. And if I want to read all of it on stream, then I will. And who's gonna stop me? Classical music power wash? I was thinking of going back to lo-fi, but we can classical music power wash. I have to start it over again. Because we're at the ending again. Let me change the category. I'm not changing the stream title. Everyone has to know about Yaoi Book Club, even if we're not doing it anymore. Always has been. Alright, no, I can't. I need my lo-fi. I need my lo-fi hip-hop. To chill and relax too, or whatever the fuck. Please. Yeah, if it's informal and rude to use towards women, I feel like he wouldn't say that. You know? But who am I to say? Do I have any specials? Jesus Christ almighty. Did I finish Midgar? Yes. These are all purchasable, aren't they? Yeah, I'm not gonna purchase. Clean a train, sure. Don't care. Clean the train. Sun Guardian. You don't have to convince me. That's the thing. Oh, my professional blaster is back. You don't have to. I'm already convinced. It's done. I found you. Like, what explanation is that? There's no. The answer is no. Oh, my powerful laser beams of washing, finally. What's a good day for Yaoi Book Club? What can we do as like Yaoi Book Club event day? Because we have to. We need we need a day of the week that's designated for Yaoi Book Club. Oh, a lot of parts in here that are complicated. Because I want to read the Aitsu theory. I'm intrigued. Thursday Yaoi Book Club? Yaoi Yuri's Day. That just sounds like Yuri, which is not Yaoi. Thick Hands Thursday. What are you saying to me right now? Yaoi Hands Yunday. Oh, rock the Jake. That would be really powerful. Hyperfixation... Hers Day. No, Day of Yaoi Hands. We were talking about Riku's Yaoi thumbs at one point, and it was really bad, and I didn't like it at all. And now that I've noticed it, it's like something that's like a horrible curse upon my life. I hate it. I hate it so much. They're so fucking cursed. Like, is he double jointed? Like, what happened? I don't understand it. All the better to a truck roars past me, muting my speech. When him and Sora are, when he... Okay, the Recom movie night was one of the worst things that ever happened to me. Like, the fact that Alpha Mickey is now a joke on this channel, like, I can't be here anymore. I guess his thumbs are for the fist clench. They had to, like, really account for that. And I do respect that. I don't know. I think that for me, and sort of my life, and what I wanted from it, one of the worst things. This is what I've chosen as, like a career that I would like to follow. And that's just something to consider. Okay, I am struggling to figure out which things to upload to YouTube because a lot of the Kingdom Hearts videos got muted to hell and back because of the background music. So I'm like, is it even worth like uploading these when it's like, but maybe I'll do the movies because they're just like a singular experience anyway. And you kind of take what you can get. I uploaded a bunch of VODs over the weekend, and and everyone fucking hated it on YouTube, and I lost all my like 5 subscribers, and I was like, I'm sorry for putting videos on the platform you subscribed to. I'll never do it again. I swear to God, like, Becca, no! I could do highlights. God, video editing takes me so long. But if people have the patience to withstand me taking 7 years, then it can happen. Is this... okay. Ketzel, thank you. Buy my silence. For $8,000 a month, I will stop. Yeah, I really want to start doing highlights and the TikTok videos and all the stuff that people do. I'm just not good at it. But I think that with the power of Yaoi, it's unimaginable. Well, Ketzel, I like, comment, and subscribe, I guess. Like, I don't know, as all the people say on the YouTubes and the pull car, be clean. Full car. I use DaVinci Which is fine. Like, it's fine. It just takes me a long time. Like, I don't... Okay, clean, clean, clean. Ooh, Loomis? You kind of buried the lead on that one. You kind of buried the lead on this. Like, what? Like, literal yaoi book club. It's like she knew. Can this be clean? What is not clean about you? And, like, the energies that you're bringing. Oh, in there. This also isn't clean. Hey, Sun Guardian, what do you mean by this? Hashtag just rival things. Hashtag friendly rivals. Hashtag end my suffering. Like... Hey, be clean. What do you mean you're not clean? Be clean. Thank you, Jesus. Oh god, when something puts you in the dirt, that's when you know. Oh my god, I totally understand. I've never felt so seen. I'm so glad that you guys came to the stream so that we could not only have, like, the worst time imaginable, but you could actively make it worse than it would have been otherwise. Like... Like, imagine me going my life not knowing this. Hashtag friend things. We all clean? There's just no way. I just don't know. Oh my god, my boy. Wait. I have a really important question. I have a really important question for all the Sorikus that have come into chat today. Do you guys have fic racks? Do you guys... Do you... Oh, the Discord. Oh, I must enter the Discord. Wine. Oh my god, I'm thinking again! We can't do this, I can't be thinking now! There are so many things going on in this little carriage. Power wash is for thinking, it's true. I want to be reading more stuff, but I can't today, because I can't, do you ever have a dream that you wanted, Oh god. Oh no, Becca. Is this clean? No. It's not clean. It'll never be clean again. I'm sorry, I really am blacking out. I'm trying to like maintain conversation and I'm just like, what if they kissed on the mouth? What if yeah, I'll probably enter the Discord. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's gonna be a very special treat for me. What is not... Oh, the handle. Hey. Hey. Becca, what did you do with your mod powers? What are we doing right now? Oh, a fic rec channel? What are you trying to add? Alex, welcome. We finished the document. Oh, a Kingdom Hearts channel? I can do that, yeah. I'll add it in the fandom tab so that we can keep track of all of the devastation. Yeah, like... I think that this was the nail in the coffin for me, and it's over now. Like, there was a little bit of hope for a while that maybe, like, I could live a normal life. And I think that time is long past. And I'm never gonna be the same now. Like, Eva was always the one who was, like, into Kingdom Hearts, in a way. That, like, I considered it kind of her thing, almost, even though I had played some of the games, you know? But now, it's my turn to be utterly deranged. Yeah, so, you know, I don't know why you're shocked. I think that part of us always knew. You know? I think subconsciously there was a part of us that just like... that just always knew that it had to be this way. Always has been. Oh my god. Can you imagine if, like, I started this channel playing video games and I ended it doing Yaoi Book Club and I got 6 billion subscribers and then I made a living wage and then I had to, like, explain to, like, government officials on my taxes that I make money by Yaoi Book Club? I think that's my new dream. To have to explain to the CRA The thing about Yaoi Book Club is that it brings with it the danger of me wanting to talk about other things that I'm into that are yaoi adjacent that nobody cares about. And like we can't get into all that. You know? Like we can't. Like the amount of yaoi that I can hold in my body is like actually kind of unfathomable, I think. You have no idea what I'm capable of. Oh, Alex. Yeah, the Dragon Age yaoi is gonna be something. I'm playing... Everyone suggested I play Dragon Age 2 first. So that's what I was going to do. If the opinion has changed, let me know. Becca, that sounds so good. What if we do that? What if we watch things on Discord, movie night, and then we do a yaoi discussion, a yaoi breakdown, as it were? Okay, I'm gonna go fucking crazy on this. I can finish this train before the stream is over, yeah. Fuck yeah, I've accomplished so much today. It's like unbelievable. Quetzal, unimaginable. I mean, shipping is my... Are you kidding? Shipping... If shipping were, like, a sport, I would be number one, place number one in the world over. The world champion. Like, it's not even a question. I've been shoving boys together since I was a tender age. Oh, rage, hell yeah. There's just so many, Sun Guardian, that's the thing. Like, if you think about the amount of boys that exist, it's like, how do we cope? What do we do? Wow, I'm really fucking this up. Critical Role episode where I explain my rare pair to you and cause discourse the likes of which no one's ever seen. Okay. Rach, say it out loud. I love not knowing what that means. I'm really proud of you, though. You don't have to understand what the boys are to appreciate the boys and the power that they wield. Oh, that's its own thing? Okay. Okay, so not yet. No consume yet. Literally the second this stream is over, I'm opening the video game Final Fantasy 14, where I'm going to make my boy kiss a boy with the power of editing. And then I'm going to do that for several hours. And then I'm going to take a break. All I do is create yaoi. And if I cannot find it, I will create it, etc. That's, like, Rach, literally. I was like, the bones, and then I was over for me. Oh, Becca. One day. One day when I'm with you. How the fuck do I power wash under the carriage? What do you think I am? I'm the creature. Like... Becca's really into Malevolent, the podcast. I didn't mean to answer for you. I got really excited that I knew something about you. I'm sorry. Get fucking... No, wait, no, not there. Here. You didn't know there was the plot? Alex, it's like for you. It's a very, it looks like a very, symbiote situation. To me. 99% done. 99% done. I'm so close to being done. Save me. Oh, save me. Oh, what have I not done? The boiler. Oh, boiler, save me. Oh, boiler. Oh, boiler, save me. Okay. Oh, I'm still, like, it's... Get. You absolute son of a bitch. Boiler. Boiler. This is very important, boiler. Okay? We've had a tough day. We've gone through a lot emotionally, and I need you to be clean. Where's the dirt? I don't see the dirt. It's so shiny. Girl, help. Madly wash. Like, dude, what the fuck? I see that there's dirt, like, kind of under, but I still can't... I can't get it. I don't know how they expect me to get it. Oh my god. Nope, that wasn't it. Be clean. Yeah, I moved the... I just put the ladder down. Like, did I... I'm gonna freak out. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that was, but I did it. So, and then direction controller is probably in here. Okay, good. Cow watcher? What is a cow watcher? Well, these are all cow catcher, I mean. Cow catcher? What is it? How do you... Wine, you must create it. If you cannot find it, you must create it. Unfortunately, this is how the world works. Okay, front board. I saw front board. Oh, this is dirty. I'm so sorry. Run board. Okay. The smoke box and the door are dirty. And I want to die about it because please go eat if you are hungry. I'm not holding you hostage, I promise. Okay, furnace hatches, furnace panels, furnace hatch? Furnace hatch save me? Furnace hatch? Where? Inside? Furnace hatch. Yay! Furnace panels. Just like this whole general area. Really fucked up. Furnace pipes. Great. These are the panels. Okay. Okay. More pipes. I swear to God, this will be so clean, you won't even understand how it's possible. Guides. I don't know what that is. I don't know what a guide is. In the context of a train. Is it one of you? Oh, you're dirty. The guides. What is that in a train? Back up. Thank you. The bell, cab roof, cab panel, cab skirting, the arms attaching the wheels, coupling rod, crank rod. Oh, well, this one's dirty anyway. Oh, it is. It's these metal things. Which I can't clean. What? Oh. It's always underneath. Okay, and the other side. Okay, crank rods. Piston rods. It's all just this shit. Remember when we were cleaning like a plane or something in this game and there was like a specific thing and we were Googling it and it wasn't relevant and I like had to look up a specific power wash thing and there was like a Reddit post from someone being like, what the fuck is this? That was fun. And by that I mean it wasn't fun. And I hated it. So. Clean. Clean. Oh. I don't know what's dirty. I see no dirt. Oh, I see it. I see the dirt. Okay. I'm assuming... Yeah. You. Okay, drive rod. Yay, we did it! And right on time, everybody. That's the power of the Keyblade. Alright. I have to go eat lunch. I literally cannot thank you guys enough for being here to watch me read some stuff. It was very fun. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Dragonage, and we'll make a boy for 3 hours without actually playing the game, probably. And then Yaoi Book Club will continue. I swear to God. And whenever I decide, I'll let you know. I love you all very much. Thank you for the sips. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye!